Well, Kylie, we're back in the studio, back in Mystical Whisper Studio.
Number three,
Number three, here we
the
go.
mission and the magic.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where we really start to get into it. So, um this is when the student becomes the guide and the wounds become the mission, right? So we
Correct,
we talked
Jamie.
a lot about your wounds, but we didn't talk a lot about what you did with them. So we're going to really start to dive into that
Yeah,
and really get into, how did Mystical Whispers come about, right? So,
definitely, Jamie.
like we said, this is a six-part series, and this first six parts are like really the beginning of Kylie's story, and then we're going to continue to dive deeper.
Definitely.
So, every story culminates in a pivotal moment where the pain transforms into purpose, right?
Yeah.
So for Kylie, that moment didn't come through several teachers, spaces, and
No.
life-changing courses. Like everyone's like, "Oh, this course changed my life. This is what happened." No, it came through her mother
Yeah.
returning in dreams, carrying messages that bridged two worlds for Kylie.
Correct.
And those messages became the foundation of everything that she and I call mystical whispers. So, Kylie, talk to us about the messages, the dreams, the downloads when they started coming and how they really changed everything for you.
After everything, Jamie, the accident, the years of silence, I started feeling my mum again. At first, it was quiet, a song, a scent, a flicker of light, or a duck quacking when no one else was around. Then one night, my mum came to me, clear as day, and said to me, "It's time, Kylie." She told me I'd be training for all my life for this, that the chaos, the heartbreak, even the betrayals, they weren't curses, Jamie. They were initiations. She said, "You've been tested through loss so you can teach people how to find their light." And around the same time, Jamie, I joined that spiritual community school that promised guidance. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
I poured my heart out, my story, and my truth, as you know. And instead of support, we were dismissed.
Yeah.
They said that we were sharing too much. That rejection hurt. But it also woke something up in me because my mother had warned me the world doubts your light until you build space bright enough for others to see it too. So I stopped trying to fit in and I started building. That's when I found you, Jamie.
Yeah.
And that's when Mystical Whispers began. Now, every message, every download, every spirit speaks. I use it to help others remember their own power. My mum told me the ancestors were proud, that the women before us had been silenced, and that I was one to break the silence. So when I show up to do this work, I carry every one of their voices with me. This just isn't a gift anymore. It's a calling. And my calling is to make sure no one else ever mistakes their magic for madness.
And that's real medicine, Kylie, right? It's the full cycle moment, the voice that was silenced becoming the voice that awakens others. So when you think about that last betrayal being dismissed by that spiritual community and that teacher, how did that shape the way you hold space now?
Jamie, it taught us what not to do.
Yeah.
I'll never make someone question their truth again. When someone brings their story to me, I will listen, not to fix, but to witness. Because being seen is something, the first step to being healed, Jamie.
Yeah. So when you talk about the mission, what does that mean in your daily life now? Not just spiritually, but practically, Kylie.
It means living with integrity with my intuition. It means showing up when it's hard, resting when my spirit says rest, and teaching my daughter that her intuition isn't strange, it's sacred. It means standing beside women who are in their own rebuilding and reminding them they're not crazy, they're gifted. That's the mission, to help people find light in the places they were told to hide it, Jamie.
Yeah, and for anyone listening who's been silenced, dismissed, or told they were too much, both of us, what would you say to them right now?
You're not too much. You're just early. The world's still catching up to the language your soul already speaks. Keep shining, keep speaking, because your story, just like mine, might become somebody else's survival guide.
For sure. So that's the essence, really, of Mystical Whispers right there. A community built for truth from lived experience
Definitely, Jamie.
and from voices that refuse to stay quiet. We've heard the silence, we've heard the crash, and now we've heard the call. So this is where the healing becomes leadership and the stories become medicine. That's
The
really
mission
mission and the
and the
magic.
magic, Jamie.
Yeah. So thank you all for joining us again tonight for part three. And we've got three more parts in the beginning part of Kylie's story. So we hope that you join us back in the studio and we'll share those other parts. Have a great night.
Thank
And
you,
keep sharing your
everybody.
stories with us. We want to hear your stories.
Yeah, good night
Good night.
from Australia and Mystical Whispers.